A limited democracy. In 1867, Canada was a democracy, to a degree. Who had the vote in 1867? Only citizens over the age of 21 who owned property or rented large amounts of property had the vote. Married women who could not vote, and very few single women owned property. Neither did various visible minorities, farm laborers or unskilled workers. Neither did First Nations, Métis, or Inuit. In all, only 11% of the population had the vote. Today, all Canadian citizens aged 18 and older can vote. So underneath here, we have a picture of what would be called the women's suffrage movement. So suffrage is the idea that you are able to vote in a public election. So only if you owned property and you were a woman could you vote. Not all men who were over 21 could vote. You had to be fairly wealthy, which meant that you owned property. So where it says visible minorities, so if you were a black person, for example, you could not vote even if you owned property. Same with the First Nations, the Métis, or Inuit. So the Indigenous people actually could not vote until 1982. So if you were a female of the Inuit population, it wasn't actually until the Charter of Rights and Freedoms in 1982 that all people could vote. So now we know if you're over the age of 18 and a Canadian citizen, you can vote in Canada. If you want to learn more about Indigenous suffrage, you can click on this link here.